If New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc is your go-to white wine, but you want to branch out and try some other stuff, I have 4 wines that you should try right now. None of these are supposed to be exact replacements, but each takes something you probably like about Sauvignon Blanc and moves in a different direction. We'll start with Spain. Now, if you watch these videos every week, you know that I love a good Spanish value. And when I say value, I don't necessarily mean that it's cheaper, I mean that you're getting more for your money out of that bottle. And that's what I love about Celeste Verdejo. You still get grapefruit, lime, and herbs and that zest that you love out of your New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but this wine spends time on the lees, so there's a little bit more texture, a little bit more roundness, and a little bit more complexity than most Sauvignon Blancs from New Zealand at the same price point. So if you want the easiest jump away from your regular bottle, then Celeste Verdejo is the first place I would point you to. But if you actually want to try something different, then I would head over to the Greek section. Specifically, an Assyrtiko from Crete. Assyrtiko is most famous for its super high acid and austere wines from Santorini, but in Crete, you get a little bit of a different personality. It's a little bit richer and rounder and fruitier, but still maintains that high acidity. So if you go with Alexakis Assyrtiko from Crete, you're still getting that juicy, fruity, and high acid style of wine, so not so far out of your comfort zone, but it is a different experience. Next, we'll look to Sardinia, but we're not looking for a Sauvignon Blanc replacement here at all. Maybe you've realized that what you really like is dry, light, fresh, and refreshing white wine, and you want to see what else is out there. This is Sardinian Vermentino from Argiolas. The grapes are picked early in the morning to preserve freshness, and you get a lot of bright white fruit, a floral character, and a very clean, dry finish. So it still gives you that refreshing quality that you love, but just from a different perspective. This bottle is less what else tastes like Sauvignon Blanc and more what else would a Sauvignon Blanc drinker probably enjoy. And finally, let's go back home to New York, the Finger Lakes. Because if you were gonna ask me to hand you a bottle that you wouldn't have picked up yourself, I'm gonna give you Dry Riesling. Boundary Breaks has that bright acidity and crisp, refreshing character that you're looking for, just with more stone fruit, nectarine, and minerality. And I always think that Finger Lakes Riesling deserves a little bit more attention here. This is a bottle and a producer that you could put up against any other major Riesling producer in the world, and it would hold up. This isn't some fringe up-and-coming Riesling region anymore. This is world-class, bright, crisp, dry white wine. And of course, being a New York wine shop, we're always very excited to remind people of that. So, Boundary Breaks 239 Dry Riesling might ask you to make the biggest jump out of the 4 bottles, but it may also be the one that opens the biggest door. Don't just take my word for it. Go down to the link in the description and get yourself a bottle. You can find all 4 of these together at that link. Now, don't forget to share this video with a friend, because trying something new is always better when you're trying it with someone else. Anyway, that's going to be it for me this week, and I'll see you next time. Adios.